And we are live. What's up, fight fans? Minister Michigan, counterpunch to you. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I'm live on this Sunday, and I'm trying to keep the promise that I'll go live every day. You know, we're on a hiatus, of course, so, let's do it. Why not? Why not go live every day? How about 2 or 3 times a day? What do you guys feel about that? I Secure London. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Rico Sedant. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, Rico. But we have some new news, man. I mean, I guess this is not new news according to UK, but I mean, if you're not in the UK, this is new news to us because we just seen what's going on. Rico, Boxing Finesse, counterpunch to you. Jim Brown, what's up? Ohio in the house. Absolutely. Alex, Khalif, what's up, brother? Thank you. Keep watching. Anant, Chauhan. Hey, Kurt, how's it? How you doing? Everything is good. Jimmy Ola, counterpunch to you. Happy Sunday to you. Mobalaji. James Doe, I got priority news. What's up, brother? Shotgun Don, #1. It's not really been reported in the UK. Really? I mean, according to sources, it's been around for a while, but I'm not sure. It's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself, though. For one, if this guy, is it Kerry? Let me get his name right for you guys, because I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to be that particular dude. It is Carewood, right? Yeah, Martin Carewood. Promo 130, Kurt in the house again. Absolutely. Great day you're in. Doing good. It's true. Damn, Fury should have paid the 25,000. And I'm looking at it, and the more I look at it, if he done this, because it's almost like with Tyson Fury to me, the J. Ross theory. What's up, brother? Abdul Wikil. This is getting just as bad as JFK assassination. Yeah, that's what happens when the wrong person wins, I guess. The only question you ask yourself, would these type of things happen if Deontay Wilder would have sealed the deal and knocked out Tyson Fury? Scance rants. Jipping seniors is not cool. I know, right? That is so true. He should have paid the old guy off over here. Shout out to Scance Rants. Cisco Perez, keep up the great videos. Appreciate it. Anthony Kane, why is it took 5 years or something fishy going on? Well, you got to look at the conveniency of it. Here's the deal. Why didn't he come around when Tyson Fury was spending all that money, doing all that coke, slamming all them girls, drinking all that booze? Why didn't he do that then? I think that would have been the right time. You know what I mean? I think it would have been the right time to actually come at Tyson Fury when he was the most vulnerable, when he was this 400-pound fucking big fat ass sow looking bald head cat. Right? That you saw, he looked like one of those out-of-work bouncers from a club that burnt down. You know what I mean? Like, why the hell is it right now? It's just too convenient. It's like, how, it's almost like, to me, how like celebrities go in and before they're celebrities, they're just regular fucking people. Regular people. John Cable, what's up, brother? Super Spartan 00. What's up, brother? Yeah, everybody hit that like button. It's on. Antonio Robinson. What's up to you, brother? Jamie, Who wins? Joshua Fury. I don't know yet. We got to know if Joshua was eating boar meat or was he just injecting himself, him and his family. This we got to see. We got to know what's the deal. You know? Edward Stevens, sore losers. Love listening to you. Unbiased. Counterpunch to you, Edward Stevens. That's what's up, brother. Tyson Fury, man, I think as of right now, he's finally getting to that point where people are hating on him. You know? I think that it's almost like, shit, welcome back. Right? Jimmy Boo, happy Sunday. Khalif Russell, big fan of the channel. Appreciate you. I'm just glad to be home. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, man, you know, we're shutting shit down, you know. And a lot of times, you know, if I'm working, I'm in a place that I'm in a hotel or an Airbnb, you know, like in Austin. I actually rent a place in Austin. So, you know, it's kind of weird to be back. I'm like, dude, I woke up this morning and know where I was at, you know, but for Tyson Fury, back to Tyson, I think he's really getting that attention that right now it's unwanted, but I think he should respect the haters and the lovers, you know? Adekola Adams, what's up, brother? Great to watch your show. Appreciate you. This time I'm not driving home. I am home because there was no evidence that he failed. Well, here's the thing. He did fail a test. He failed 2 tests, actually. He tested positive for Nandrolone. Okay, that is what's supposed to have been in the wild boar. Okay, that was supposed to have been the substance that he's supposed to have been eating this fucking wild boar. Therefore, he got this stuff, Nandrolone or whatever. Now, the question you ask yourself is, was his cousin there also? Okay, because Huey Fury also was charged with the same shit, unless they were just chilling out, you know, pigging out and shit wherever they were at. You know what I mean? They, you know, could have tasted, you know, the wrong thing. Look, it's like this. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Blue, what's up, brother? Peace and pugilism, champ. Love the content as always. Counterpunch to you. We got to do the duo soon. I am back home for a fucking month. What do you do? What are we gonna do? You know, wild boar. I wonder how these chops taste. I don't know. I hope it was good, because normally wild boars are not that good. You know what I mean? They're wild. They don't. You know, they're tough. You know, so if that's just a kind of a thing that they do, whatever they do, you know, they're gypsies. They come from a gypsy family. They might do some outlandish, out of the box type of shit. You know, some barbaric Conan the Barbarian like shit. You know, and eat meat like that. If they, you know, they're cousins, so you can't say they ain't ate together. You can't say they don't hang around each other. You can't say that they were in a different place, because you can't prove it. Gamey taste. That's what I would imagine. That shit probably tastes like bear meat. You know what I mean? That's like eating bear meat and said, well, you detect vital honey in the in your system, and it's against the regulations of Nevada State Athletic Commission or UCAD. Oh no, I was eating bear meat. See, and the bear eat honey, and the honey had the vital, and the vital was honey, and the bear ate it, and this, that, and the other. Right? Fucking bear. No, I can see Tyson. I bloody ate bear meat. Bear meat is honey. It's honey in the bear meat. I ate the bear meat. It feels weird because it's like everything's come out after he beat Wilder. Look, that's the thing. I want to talk to you about that shit. Corey Taylor, counterpunch to you. do you think that conveniently all this shit is coming out now? It would seem like if this was real, if this was legit, let's look at it. Shouldn't it come out when a person is at his worst? You know what I mean? Okay, let's say the Nandrolone was a lie. Let's say he did lie and shit like that. Why didn't the farmer be like, hey, I didn't get my fucking money, so I lied in vain. If I lied in vain, you ain't got money, you ain't even a champ no more. What are the odds of him knowing that the champ will be? Again, how do we know if you see a guy like Tyson Fury? We seen him 3 years ago. If you saw Tyson Fury 3 years ago, do you think he's in any kind of situation or any kind of predicament to pay you back? Do you think that he can pay you back after that? You know what I mean? It would seem like to me that you would want to get money from this guy because you know, okay, this dude ain't gonna be shit. He's spending money. He's doing this. He's in what, Maseratis, Ferraris, or whatever. I want my money. You know what I mean? Like, there should be a certain time frame of urgency that has you to think, if I'm this guy and I lied about this professional fighter, and I lied about him and his cousin. So really, that's 2 times. That's 2 people. Okay, so I lied twice. You know what I mean? One lied, 2 people. Those 2 people gotta fucking pay. I'm sorry, they gotta pay. You know what I mean? So it's like, now that would be the time to get it. But then you wait, you sit on it for 4 years, and then all of a sudden you come back. You know what I mean? You come back and you're like, hey, yeah, by the way, I want my fucking money. Not saying it's too out of the ordinary. Not saying that. Because what could happen is maybe the farmer lied, and shit, I already lied, and they said they were going to pay me. But then I see this dude 400 pounds. I see this dude, hitting the streets, but because I'm trying to look at it both ways, like, okay, well, maybe when he got stripped of the belts, he ain't even the fucking champ no more. In fact, I seen him at the local pub drinking himself into, a slumber. He's looking like a lush. He's a lush. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but then it does seem real suspicious that this guy all of a sudden comes out, yeah. He said Warren absolutely scans rents. He said Warren contacted him last year. He did, and he wanted money, and really, Warren told him, well, why don't you go to UCAD and tell him what you told me? You know what I mean? Like, call his bluff, because this particular guy, obviously he wants money. This is no secret. He wants the fucking money. I don't know if he received money, but I know one thing. He only let this out because he received some money for selling this story. But is his story true or what? The problem with this guy is he waited too fucking long. And he thought he was waiting to the best possible time, I think. If you guys really look at it, he's looking for the best possible time. No, I don't think Wilder himself has anything to do with this at all. I think this could be an isolated incident. It could be. But I will say this. The Wilder fans going to eat this shit alive. They're going to eat this shit up. They're going to eat this shit up. They ain't playing. They ain't playing with this. Not at all. Not at all. They ain't playing. Because these guys, they're looking, they're reaching. Their champ has fallen. He's fallen in the war of battle, where he was battered. You know what I mean? So this sounds good to a Wilder fan. If you were a guy and you were looking, you were like, dude, you will not convince me that this white bald-headed motherfucker that can't punch knocked out my knockout champion. So this is something, Yeah. Jim Brown, bunch of cryberry punk bitches. Damn. Yeah. They're crying. Yeah, you can't look, you can't deny that. People are crying. They're upset. And I didn't even think people would be this upset over Wilder losing. I mean, I was surprised, but I wasn't like, damn, you know, that couldn't be. No way fucking Tyson did that. Tyson could do that because people don't understand and really analyze the first fight. He could do that. Robert Navarro. Wonder if Wilder would have won, there would be no issues with these channels. No, there wouldn't. They would be parading and they would be saying that Deontay Wilder is the best heavyweight, pound for pound. He's the best, the number one heavyweight. He deserves the Ring magazine. He deserves the the Lineal Championship, and he's the WBC champion. And guess what? What would have happened is, since he has those three, since the fans of Wilder would have agreed with that those are three things, right? Ring magazine, WBC, Lineal Champion, right? Okay. How many belts does Joshua have? Boom. 3. So you got the Lineal, the WBC, and the Ring magazine. Wilder. Because they would have claimed it for him. Even if Deontay said, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, it's going to die with him. The fans are going to claim that for him. So that's going to be 3 different titles versus Joshua, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. The IBO, but IBOs don't really count. So it's still 3-3. So in that case, they're going to want 50-50 for that. But honestly, if that would have happened, they probably would have wanted more. They would have wanted more. But, shout outs to Robert Navarro. Because I think what would have been the case is that Wilder would have had just as much legitimacy as Anthony Joshua, and that was the picture they were trying to paint, and the picture was fucked up. It was fucked up, people, because Tyson Fury did what he did. If he didn't do what he did, I don't think we would be seeing all this. We wouldn't have heard nothing from the fucking farmer. That he came out of nowhere. He came out of just, where the fuck you come from? Where were you all these years? UCAD is the wild, wild west of anti-doping. Yeah, they do some wild shit. But let's do some research. What was the purpose of Tyson Fury to bribe the farmer? Okay? He was still tested positive. And people, you need to understand, just because he was tested positive don't mean he wasn't banned. So let's see. Okay. All right. Due to Fury sustaining a sprained ankle in training, on the same day Fury and his cousin, Huey Fury, were charged by UCAD, with presence of prohibited substance, namely Nandrolone, from a sample taken 16 months previous in February of 2015. Tyson and Huey said that they stridently denied the charge. On 23rd of September, Fury again postponed the fight after being declared medically unfit. Reports that Fury had failed a drug test for cocaine a day before the second postponement. Fury cited problems with depression after the positive test for cocaine. You know what I think of when I just read that to you guys? Do you know what I think of? This is what I think of. Jarrell Miller's not very smart. Because, if look, he tested positive for Nandrolone, right? Then he tested positive for cocaine, right? And what does he do, should I say? I sound like Wilder. What does he do? But what does he do? He says, hey, mental illness, I'm depressed, fuck it. That's why I'm doing coke. Doing fucking coke. So, Jarrell Miller, all he had to do is say, hey, man, I was depressed. I was doing some shit. I was going through something. but it is what it is. 2-year ban. So he was banned anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Fury's mental health deteriorated after winning the world titles on 4th of October 2016. Fury said that I'm going through a lot of personal demons, trying to shake them off. This has nothing to do with my fighting. What I'm going through right now is my personal life. I've not been in the gym for months. I've been through depression. I've been going through depression. I just don't want to live anymore. If you know what I'm saying, I've had total enough of it. Never mind cocaine. I just didn't care. I don't want to live anymore. So cocaine is a little minor thing compared to not wanting to live anymore. I'm seeing help, but they can't do nothing for me. What I've got is incurable. I don't want to live. And all the money in the world, fame and the glory, means nothing if you're not happy. I'm seeing a psychiatrist. They say I've got a version of bipolar. I'm a manic depressive. I don't even want to wake up. I hope I die every day. And that's a bad thing to say when I've got 3 children and a lovely wife, isn't it? But I don't want to live no more. And if I could take my own life and I wasn't a Christian, I'd do it in a second. I just hope everyone kills me. I just hope someone kills me before I kill myself. I have to spend eternity in hell. And I've been, where is it? Okay. Just hope someone kills me and I've killed myself and I have spent eternity. I've been out drinking Monday to Friday to Sunday and taking cocaine. I can't deal with it, and the only thing that can help me is when I get drunk out of my mind. Look, what do you think happened? What do you think really happened with Fury? Okay? Long story short, he went through some shit. Mentally, he was fucked up. Maybe he did too much. Like maybe he did an Andy Ruiz, but like the way he treated it was a little different. Andy Ruiz just said, "Fuck it, I'm rich. I've got everything I wanted. I'm gonna sit here and eat my ass off, eat my wife's pussy. I'm gonna just sit here, eat this pizza and my wife's pussy, and I'm gonna hang out with my kids. Fuck working out." You know what I mean? But but then Tyson is like, fuck it. I got 3 kids. I like to drink, and he's an Irish gypsy. He's probably at a bar. Hey, let me tell you something, boy. I can fucking beat Klitschko. Did you know I beat Klitschko? You can only say that shit too much, so many times. Did you know I beat Klitschko, boy? I beat him. I fucking outboxed him. I boxed the steel hammer. The boring fucking shithouse. I mean, you know what I mean? How many times would you really, how could you really say that how many times? He probably lost the desire, you know what I mean? Candy Crush, counterpunch to you. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I think he just did too much, and I think he couldn't top what he did, No, well, Jamie, I can if the fucking president lets me go. Because now they're talking about they won't let people go to Europe. They want you from flights to Europe. They're canceled. It's fucked up. I'm at home. Look, tomorrow I'm supposed to be prepping for the next work day, which is in Austin. They shut that shit down, people. They shut it down. They won't let you go no fucking where. So no, I'm just chilling. I'm at home. Chilling. We all chilling together. Fuck it. If we all at home, let's stay at home. Hope you got some good alcohol. Got some, some pretty good rum. Tyson, give me the 8-ball Fury, Orlando Garcia. Give me that 8-ball. I'll fucking blow it in my nose all at one time. I'm the Gypsy King. I'd come out my nose and out my ass at the same time. It's crazy, man. No corona. Oh, guys, newsflash. Garlic, onions, apple cider vinegar. So if you have a sore throat, make sure you gargle with apple cider vinegar. Take that shit to the throat, okay? And it should kill the coronavirus before it enters your system. Because it says you have to wait 4 days if you're feeling shitty. So what you need to do, you need to gargle and shit. Gargle that, you can get it out of your throat before it gets into your lungs. So that's what I hear. You know. I can't just stop listening to you. You're doing a job. Well, Kenny, appreciate you. You're sure about those antidotes and remedies? Hey, yeah, they work. They're old, they're ancient, they work. They work. Trust me. Hell, I went out last night though, man. I some steak, some steak enchiladas, beans, rice, habichuelas, arroz, all that shit, right? John Slack, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Shout outs to you, brother. Thanks for a great work you do for us. Thank you. Fat apples, that's right, everybody. Cheats and you hate Wilder, so it doesn't matter if Fury cheated. Cool, but tell me why Fury gypped his butcher. I don't know why he gypped his butcher. I don't hate Wilder. I just know he can't fight. I know he can punch, but he can't fight. I know he can't punch the right way, or he wouldn't have had 3 surgeries. You know, I am. I did wish Joshua was the one to do that because I think he was capable of doing that. But at the same token, Wilder was very much as capable of knocking out Joshua too, because of that right hand. And sometimes Wilder throws it in a sneaky kind of way. Sometimes you don't see it coming. Ask Luis Ortiz in the second fight. So it's not that. It's just I know Wilder can't fight. Wilder's one of those guys that he would be good at like contests. Like, hey, if you hit me, I'll hit you. You hit me, I hit you. He would be perfect at that because he's a hard-hitting guy. He can knock you the fuck out probably the first time. And you wouldn't even get your punch because you'd already be knocked out. But in a boxing match, he can't fight. He showed us that. And I think he's just trying to save face because it is the guy Fury that so quote unquote could not punch. And that's embarrassing. You get beat and get dropped twice by a dude that can't even punch. That's bad. A guy with that type of reputation, that's real bad. That's all I'm going to say on that. If Wilder wins the rematch, I'll be impressed. Yeah, and he'll come off the redemption list. He will, because he's number 1 on it due to the fucking excuse, and he didn't have to do that. So, a quarter of his age apple. The real PEDs aren't even detectable. Damn, boxing fan. There was Angel Memo Heredia. If you guys remember him, he trained Juan Manuel Marquez when Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao December 8th, 2012. He knocked him the fuck out. He did go on stand to admit that he was giving Olympians drugs. So, no one is hating on Wilder. He just can't fight. So don't try to make him a great black hope. Look, there's not even such thing as great black hope. That's some bullshit, Larry Merchant, and I wanted to cover that. I was going to get around to making a video about that. But for him saying that, it's just like, the only reason that it's a white hope is because there weren't white fighters that could fight. So to say he's a black hope, there ain't no black hope because black people can fight. Black boxers, it tells from the time they can fight. Deontay Wilder ain't one of them. But there is that. But saying that term doesn't make sense. Like he's a black hope. No, that's some Larry Holmes bullshit. Larry Merchant bullshit. he was just looking, oh, will he be the next? Like, no, it won't be the next because we've been again and again and again and again. Look, there have been more black presidents, black champions than presidents, than white presidents, damn near. Right? So what he was trying to say was, oh, I'm happy. Dude, you should be happy. And why the fuck are you happy? That's what I don't understand. You're an American. You're supposed to be for Wilder, but that shows you're looking at skin color instead of nationality. A lot of people think about, like in other countries, they are for nationality first or primary and secondary, all that other bullshit. Right? Larry Merchant ain't. That's unfortunate for a lot of Americans. A lot of Americans see, oh, where are you from because you are from somewhere else. Wilder's from Alabama. I don't know where the hell Larry Merchant's from. I don't care. I just know he's American, though. Right? Him, Jim Langley, they're American, though. Why aren't they going for their American champ? Why is he so happy of Tyson Fury? The fuck is he happy about that for? He shouldn't be happy about that. I know this should be on another live stream, but I'm covering it now. I got to counterpunch that. You know, I would think about it, and I would always either get sidetracked and do something else, but in the grand scheme of things, Larry Merchant, oh, I'm just enjoying this because what he was saying was there were so many black guys that were champions that beat up the white guy that he witnessed over from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and through the millennium to the point when that if he finally seen a white guy that beat a black guy, he's all happy and shit. Despite that white guy not even being from the same country as you. That's it. So that tells you something about Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant was favoring Tyson Fury because he was white. That's it. That's all that is. You know what I mean? You know, because you can't, okay, what is your connection with Tyson Fury? Now it would be different if, oh, I'm related to him some type of way. He ain't. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. No, it doesn't, Anthony Kane. Counterpunch to you, but obviously people make that what it is. Well, boxing fan, to be fair, Wilder just, it wasn't the wrong thing to say refuse. He never said he refused. He just couldn't piss. Okay? So I don't know if he purposely did that. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that. Never trust a guy who don't pay his debts. Wilder cheats all the time. Yeah, that's true. Didn't Fury serve 2 years for the ban on Nandrolone? Exactly. So a lot of people are saying, Scance Rants in particular, oh, it don't matter if he cheated or not. It don't matter, but he still got fucking banned. And in fact, the reason they say look, for one, cocaine. For two, Nandrolone, or whatever the fuck it's called. Nandrolone. Okay? Nandrolone, cocaine. He was busted for both. It didn't matter if he ate the fucking boar. This is just some side bullshit that came out. What difference does it make? And I'm going to tell you what difference does it make. He was still banned by UCAD. He would have been banned anyway if it wasn't for UCAD. Even if the farmer wouldn't have came, even if all this shit wouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have still mattered. Why? Because he was still banned nonetheless. So why are we bullshitting over what a farmer said he didn't get? Obviously, the farmer was willing to take money to get some fucking money. That's what he was doing. He was trying to take money. He was trying to lie to take money. He wanted to take money because he either was broke, maybe his farming shit didn't do what it's supposed to did, whatever. But he wanted money. He was willing to lie to get it. Right? He was willing to lie. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I'm half Mexican and I don't like Canelo. Okay. Canelo's Irish. This fucking kid. I support boxers for many reasons. I'm white and I love to see Chisora smash Usyk. You know why, Martin? Because I think you like brawlers. You probably also like Jake LaMotta, right? Jake LaMotta was a motherfucker. Nandrolone. Absolutely, Mole Catcher. Counterpunch to you. Only Wilder fans are happy. Yeah, they're happy that they need something else. They need something to feed on. You seen Deontay? He's fucking rock hard in Thailand right now. You know what I mean? Oh, this is allegations. Oh, this is very serious. No, it ain't, asshole. How is it serious? About what? About what, Dante? You know, it ain't serious. This shit is old as fuck. He got banned for the same shit that he's supposed to lie, and that was his excuse. So you're trying to say that he could get in trouble today for lying about something that already was detected in his system that he got banned for. Okay, cocaine, Nandrolone, he got banned for that. Okay, and it's supposedly because of that, his ass was falling deeper and deeper into depression. You know? But it's crazy. It's crazy as shit. You know, so yeah, you guys are taking a fucking excuse that Tyson and Huey used. Obviously, they were on the same page. If they lied, people, if they lied, they're on the same page. You know, hey, it was a wild boar. Fuck it. You know, it wasn't because we were shoving these needles on our ass to get an edge. Didn't matter. You know, he was still banned. Now, what you could do if he was banned then, okay, and he was tested positive for that in, let's see, it was in, let's see. Now, the person that should be pissed off about it, you know, would be Klitschko. Connor Watson, do you like dogs? I like animals altogether. It's Joe Lewis, and I'm white. Okay, it's cool. 5 years old, and it's been dealt with. Mole catcher, counterpunch. It's been dealt with. You know, why do you think that he was out that long? He got fucking banned. See, people are pissed off because they think that he got away with something because he used an excuse, him and his cousin. They use an excuse, therefore they got away with that, and therefore they could fight. No, the motherfucker got banned for the Nandrolone. Then, even if he didn't, he still got popped for cocaine, which are both illegal. So why are we with this bullshit now? What is this a big deal? Because some fucking farmer, some like Scance Rant said, some old geezer that didn't get fucking paid. He was dumb enough to lie before he got paid. That's his own dumb business. You know what I mean? That's his own dumb business. He shouldn't have lied in the first place. If he would have had some integrity, it wouldn't have mattered. And guess what? He wouldn't have said shit. Tyson Fury didn't have an excuse to give somebody to lay down a cushion for what the sentence will be or whatever. But guess what? He still got sentenced. It didn't matter. On top of having something else in his system. He's no better than really Jarrell Miller at that point. Not this point. That point. When I mean that point, I mean shit that happened back in that day. Okay? That's why the WBC can't say shit, because it doesn't even involve the WBC. But I tell you this, what that means is, let's say they decide to use the same approach that they did like they did with Dillian White. C stance, counterpunch to you. He says, how do you see the state of boxing currently with what we have seen from the results so far? Meaning, do you see this year being promising or fans getting the fights they want to see? C stance, I think it's getting closer, because I think Wilder, I think him being beaten, honestly, I think it's going to open up doors. And since it's going to open up doors, maybe we'll see Joshua fight Fury. Because, see, if Fury can fight Joshua, you know, then Fury already fought Wilder. Wilder has no excuse because he's lost that O. So as he's lost that O, maybe Al Heyman will kind of lighten up a little bit. You know, will he get the same type of money that he could have got last year? No. But he probably will open up. It'll be easier for the idea to slide through his head, or just negotiating with Eddie Hearn on the behalf of Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn on behalf of Anthony Joshua. And hopefully they can get a fucking fight together. Maybe that will happen. But then we got to see how this coronavirus pops out, because as long as everybody's scared out their fucking mind, there's going to be more and more events closed, you know? Yeah, let's hit that like button. We got 300 people on this chat. Let's make 300 likes. Wait until the Mexican farmers speak out. Canelo's done. No. See, Canelo was smart, believe it or not. He just said, no, it was from eating Mexican meat. He didn't say where. He didn't say who. He didn't say who prepared it. He just said, motherfucker, it was in Mexico. Fuck y'all. It was in Mexico. Estaba en México. Comer este carne es muy sucio, entonces. The hell out of here. You know? Clenbuterol. Wait, let's see. He was not banned. UCAD just said, we will say that you're banned for started 2 years ago. Fury had already fought those 2 years. Those were not done in 2007. So what is even 3 years ago? Well, let's look at it like this. Let me find something for you there, buddy. Let's see. Randy Leader. All right. Okay. October 2nd, October, pending investigation on anti-doping case about his cocaine use, Nandrolone findings, and being deemed medically unfit. Fury decided to vacate. So he's going to vacate anyway. He said, I want the title. I won the titles in the ring, and I believe that they should be lost in the ring, but I'm unable to defend myself. So really, look, this doesn't matter at this point, because he let them go. Now, could he have bribed someone and said, you know what, fuck it later on? Yeah, he could have done that. You know, sound like how women hit you with shit you did years ago. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But nonetheless, he relinquished those titles. Okay, he had cocaine in his system because he didn't give a fuck. Because he couldn't stop doing cocaine, apparently, to pass a drug test. Since he couldn't do that, he had to let that shit go. Now, the Nandrolone was just something else to worry about. And even if he lied to clear that up, he couldn't explain the cocaine. He was going to have to let that shit go anyway. That's what people need to understand. This shit was going to happen regardless. Regardless. So why are we with this shit? You know? Antonio Russell. It says, funny how everyone wants to deliberately disregard young Pharaoh's facts. What facts, Antonio Russell? What facts are you talking about? Tell me what facts you're talking about. I hope you're still on the chat, because I wanted to talk about Mr. Pharaoh, Mr. Young Pharaoh, you know, because, you know, you guys obviously, Young Pharaoh is not a boxing guy. He might be a casual boxing fan. He might be one of the motherfuckers that go with another motherfucker to watch a fight. You know what I mean? He one of them dudes that don't know who. He went to a Mayweather fight and don't know who Mayweather's fighting. He probably one of them dudes. His fucking content has nothing to do with boxing until recently. There had to be an engine, an opportunity for him to talk about boxing. He ain't a boxing fan. So if you're a boxing fan, Antonio Russell, and I've seen you before, don't jump on some non-boxing knowledge motherfucker that's supposed to have legitimacy when he's actually pushing for something else. Don't do that. Where you at? the facts that photos don't lie. What photos are you looking at? What photos? You know what I mean? What photos are you looking at? Do you understand? Antonio Russell, have you ever put on a boxing glove? Where's my boxing? Down in the fucking car. You know something? I'll be right back. I will be right back. I gotta counterpunch something, Antonio Russell. You have inspired me because I'm gonna show you some real shit. I'm gonna show you some real shit because the Mayweather channel already done that, and they're trying to get that boycotted because they don't like what they're saying. But hold on a second. Stay right there. Don't leave. I will be right back, peoples. I gotta get my boxing gloves. Intermission. Okay, peoples, I am back. I don't have my fucking boxing gloves. They're in my other car, which is out of town. But the facts, these facts, what are we talking about? Zarro's two-time, man, the LDBC's attempt to get Wilder back and belt back. They're trying that shit in a certain way. I don't know why they're doing that. Wilder himself said he's a warrior. If you're a warrior, you go out on your shield. If anything, if you're a Wilder fan and you can be pissed about anything about that fight, you'd be pissed, or you could say, Wilder, since Wilder already said I wasn't hurt, you could always claim that Wilder wasn't ready to surrender, right? Wilder wasn't that dude to give up his shield. You know what I mean? So if he was going to do that, hey, the referee, or my corner, it was a misunderstanding between my corner and Mark Breland. He should have held that towel and let me do what I was going to do, let me get knocked out or whatever, because I had something coming soon. When you're a fighter, you always think in your mind you have something left. That's how people get killed or hurt or severely injured and all that shit, because you think, okay, when he comes in, I'm going to throw an uppercut. You might take 10 fucking punches before that happens. And somebody outside looking in, you know, you're getting hit, you're getting rattled, you're getting punched, you're getting attacked, assaulted, right? Cerebral damage right here. And they're pop, 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 you know, pop, pop. And like Fury was doing, he was slapping and punching and shit, you know? He went out on his costume. Yes, he did. He did that shit. So he should have just said, hey, no, I really wish Mark Breland wouldn't have done that. Fuck it. But if that was the case, See, that was the first excuse, though. That was the very first excuse they ever had. They ever came up with. Oh, well, it was Mark Breland. We told Mark Breland not to do that, and he did it anyway. He shouldn't have done that, and and he should be ashamed of himself. He broke my heart. That's what he said. That's what Wilder said. He broke my heart doing that. Why did he do that? You know. And no, Lee Sewell. I think the costume was hot, but if it honestly cost him his legs. For one, he should have done more fucking squats. You know what I mean? Meaning he should have been in better condition, because that shouldn't have been a reason, for that to happen. But it goes along with what I've been saying. I believe Wilder only does and trains enough to do what he normally does. If anything out of the norm occurs, he's not ready for it. This is a perfect example. Maybe the costume excuse is probably the real, but that would mean that he doesn't train like he's supposed to. That's what it comes back to. If you're going to blame that and you think it's the costume instead of Tyson Fury leaning on your whole fucking body and making your legs weaker because you don't have a good balance, because you have weak ass legs because you didn't train them, yeah, you're going to think it's the costume, because you're not going to give Tyson Fury credit for anything. So that's Deontay Wilder's half-ass way of saying, you know what? I ain't giving Tyson Fury shit. He ain't getting no credit. He didn't do nothing right. He didn't hurt me at all. He didn't do none of that shit. Therefore, it was the costume. Fuck Fury. It wasn't Fury. It wasn't his punches. It was my costume. That's what you do when you're denying the credit, the satisfaction of anyone else. See, he blamed himself. That's how he got out of it. That's why he didn't blame the gloves, because if he blamed the gloves, he'd have to admit the punches were harder. He admitted already, he can't get out of that, because he admitted that the punches didn't hurt him. So if the punches didn't hurt him, it's nothing weird or unfamiliar or strange about the punching power that Tyson Fury all of a sudden had, people. You see where I'm going with this? He can't say that no more. Deontay Wilder knew. Fuck that. It wasn't him. He ain't hurt me. It was the costume. You know what I mean? It's weird how the farmer dude comes out with these allegations. Of course, Don for life boxing fan. Of course it is. You think that shit is just it's just a coincidence all of a sudden? No. Not at all. He did that shit because he thought this is the right time to strike. Now, to say that, did the shit happen or not? It probably did. They probably were trying to cover it up. They were like, look, fuck that. We need to save face. We can't have Fury and Tyson Fury. Huey and Tyson testing positive. So we got to, hey, they were eating some wild boar. Hey, we'll give you some money. Hey, take care of this shit. But then what could have happened, people? Listen to me very carefully. What could have happened is Tyson Fury started to show signs of deterioration. When he went to that Wilder fight and he came in, it's only one Tyson Fury. How do you feel about that, Deontay? I'll fight you anytime, anywhere. He was fucked up then. He admitted it. Right? Well, after they seen signs of that, they were like, well, you know what? Fuck that farmer. He's doing coke and shit. Okay, if it's Tyson Fury's people that went to this farmer, they know what he does from day to day. King Nello, counterpunch to you. They know what he does day to day, right? So they are aware of him doing coke and getting fucked up all the time. So if they were aware of that and they already knew that he was tested positive for Nandrolone, or could have tested positive Nandrolone or whatever, right? They already knew, like, hey, we need to pay that. But what would it gain somebody paying an extra $25,000 for a farmer to lie about how you got something that is already illegal? Counterpunch. Let me say that again. What will it gain someone to pay a farmer $25,000 for a reason why this is in his system that is already illegal? It ain't going to make any difference. It ain't going to make a fucking bit of difference if he's already guilty. Then on top of the cocaine. So what could have happened, they were trying to pay off the Nandrolone, right? But then when they got the fucking Antone Neo Montana, right? All right. They knew. Well, fuck it. We ain't gonna pay him nothing because we can explain the Nandrolone, but we can't explain the cocoa. Right? They can't explain the cocaine. So in that case, well, fuck. Why are we paying this dude when he knew he's gonna get banned anyway? So Tyson Fury was saying, you know what? I got problems. Fuck y'all. I'm not gonna pay you guys nothing. I'm gonna give up these belts. Fuck it. Right? Deontay Wilder eats wild bats. Damn. I hope not. Adrian Stocks. Had to get ready for my flight tomorrow with the coronavirus. Oh, fuck. Okay. What happened with White? I don't know. You know, I mean, obviously he was and then that's what I'm talking about. Look what happened with White. White got caught up in some shit with UCAD that had nothing to do with VADA, and VADA took it upon themselves to take action on something that didn't have anything to do with them. That was some bullshit. Right? Now, let's just say the WBC, which they won't do. But, well, why did the WBC intervene on Dillian White and they ain't intervening on Tyson Fury? Now, that is by itself some bullshit. You know? But that goes back to letting you guys know some people are meant and some people can do certain things, some people cannot. Fury should fight Wilder again, teach him a lesson. Wilder training in his Batman outfit to this day. It's a strange coincidence that White gets popped when he is one step away from, well, Paul Ramsey. It's a coincidence that fucking all this pops up now. When Tyson Fury is the WBC heavyweight champion. Not a mandatory, not up in the bat, number one. No. Right? Now this comes out. Wilder should wear a wild boar costume to the trilogy. Yeah, Killer Khans. That would be hot. Do you know how easy it is to spike athletes? I don't know, but I can tell you this. Not saying it's impossible, but let me ask you this. If they spiked anybody, don't you think it'll show up in the VADA test? See, that's again. To this day. But, you know, they say Tyson Fury cheated. Tyson Fury, by omission, got out of the game. He relinquished the titles. He was tested positive for 2 different illegal substances. Right? And it took a couple years for them to release him from whatever they had him on. Young Pharaoh saying Fury facing an 8-year ban for tampering with evidence. Dude, prove it. Send me something that I can look at that's not racially driven. Give me some fucking evidence. This shit is some James Bond shit with, yeah, it's crazy. Well, that would be good to see Wilder fight Dubois, but I don't know. You know, every time Fury going to win against a big opponent, they're going to say he cheated. Well, he should have knew better than take cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was he thinking? You're the heavyweight champion of the world. Why are you doing cocaine? He should have done like Mike Tyson did, wear a little tube where when it's time to piss, he could piss in the tube and use somebody else's piss. Mike Tyson did that shit for many fights. A lot of people don't know that. Mike was on that coke bad. Tyson loved that coke. Like Deontay Wilder, that nose candy. This is why I love this channel. 100% unbiased counterpunching. Anthony Kane, counterpunch to you. Appreciate you. In the third fight, Wilder comes out looking like Optimus Prime and blames the loss on the Decepticons. Didn't Vlad request OCT testing for the rematch? Yes, he did. But then here's the thing. Tyson Fury was dirty anyway. He was dirty from the coke. It didn't matter. Look, I don't give a fuck how he got it in the system. I don't care how he got it. I don't give a fuck if he was eating wild boar or eating dirty ass. I don't care how he got it in this system. Ray's Music, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. It didn't matter. What matters is he was tested positive for the shit, period. Right? That's it. He was tested positive for the shit. And if that didn't matter, okay, he was tested positive for cocaine too. What are you going to say about that? ABS1, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. It doesn't matter what he got. It doesn't matter if he, look, he was out. He just decided to say, fuck it. Maybe they tried to fight it. Maybe they tried to, use the excuse, oh, it was the wild boar. But when the cocaine popped up in his system, that didn't matter anymore. None of it mattered. So what did Tyson Fury do? He did the smart thing. Let me get the fuck out of Dodge. I'm going to continue doing what got me fucked up in the first place. I'm going to continue to get fucked up, high, drunk, whatever. I'm going to continue to sink in this sunken place. And I don't need these belts, right? But just because Tyson Fury never lost them in the ring, this is my counterpunch, doesn't mean that he deserves them, right? He couldn't. He said, I could not keep them. I relinquished them. But he was going to get stripped anyhow. Even if he wouldn't have done that, they were going to strip him. Why? Because he had too much fucking cocaine. You know what I mean? He had cocaine, period. Not if it was a small amount. Oh, yeah, he just has a gram. He's okay. Clear him the fight. No. He was going to get stripped anyway because he could not explain the cocaine. By the time he tested positive for the cocaine, he was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I can't do that. I can't do this shit anymore. My mind ain't right. I'm going to take a break. That's what he did. I'm going to take a break. It is what it is. But no, shit. Tyson Fury, he knew that particular triumph, that accomplishment, what he did to Klitschko in Germany, the result of it is he couldn't handle it. Something happened to him, whatever had happened to him. If he cheated, he cheated. If he tried to cover it up, it didn't matter because he started doing other shit, right? That was going to get him in the same type of ban anyway. And that's what happened. Linda Dones, counterpunch. I'm a big fight fan. Hit the like. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. We got 300 people in here. Counterpunch to each and every one of you. You guys do a thumb check for me. Hit that like button for me. Getting the belts is one thing, but to be a true champion, you got to defend them, and that's what Fury has to do. Yep, he has to defend them. He has to do that for the first time in his life. And see, that's another thing. People talk about Wilder's resume, but they don't talk about the fact that Fury upset Klitschko and then never was able to defend it due to his own mental strength, people. Okay? So it was all up to him. He could have not took coke. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, this is what I believe. Klitschko was ready for that rematch. I've been in. He does these herky-jerky ass feints. I'm going to be ready this time. I'm waiting for this motherfucker. He ain't going to do that shit again. Try that again. And I think Tyson Fury, Pie May, counterpunch to you. I think that Tyson Fury knew I did this. This was awesome. Thank God that I did this. But now I got to do it again. Maybe, just maybe, that was too much for him to deal with at that time. Timothy Thomas. Been following this for 4 years, clearly, Fury, including we're juicing. Well, if they were juicing, okay. Right? Now, if they were juicing, who should be more pissed off? Not Wilder, not fucking Wilder fans. Not really even Tyson Fury. You know who should be pissed off the most? Vladimir Klitschko. Because if he took Nandrolone to stay kind of on an edge and keep him feigning, and and it gave him an edge because he was on this shit and he beat the champion, the not 10, should be Klitschko. And get this. What does that have to do with today's fight with Wilder? Nothing. Has nothing to do with that whatsoever. However, it does show that if Tyson Fury was on some shit when he fought Klitschko, that fight, that win is not irrelevant. It is not relevant. Bottom line, it's not relevant at all. That's the shit that you should try to recall or call a non-contest. Okay? That's that. You know what I mean? If I'm Vladimir, I'm like, this motherfucker cheated. He still cheated. Right? So if anybody should be upset, it should be Vladimir Klitschko. Because that Vladimir Klitschko should feel just like Miguel Cotto. You remember Miguel Cotto? Remember him? Where he knew Antonio Margarito fucking cheated in that fight, but he couldn't prove it. Even though he's seen the raps. And that's more incriminating evidence than this young Pharaoh and any of these Deontay Boxing Nation motherfuckers have on Tyson Fury. This shit had a whole crack when he took the fucking gloves off. Right? So, Klitschko should feel that same way now. It was like, yeah, I thought it was something about him. He didn't look the same. He needed that edge. He cheated. He cheated to break my reign. Right? But guess what? That just shows you he didn't knock out Klitschko, did he? No. He played it safe, didn't he? Yep. Right? Did he knock out Wilder? Yep. Even though he wasn't on anything at that time. Right? But it just shows you what you need for Klitschko versus what you don't need for Wilder, people. See where I'm going with that? See, he needed that against Steel Hammer. A guy that had 3 to 4 weapons, 5 to 6 weapons. He was dangerous with the left hook, the right hand, the uppercut, left uppercut, the jab, the straight right. He was dangerous, and Tyson Fury knew it. So if it was going to be any fight that he was going to cheat, he was going to go out like that, it would have been with the Klitschko fight. Now, that's what people are overlooking. Fuck the Wilder fans. Wilder got beat. Wilder got beat by an old fat motherfucker that wasn't even in shape. He got beat by him. He got outboxed. He got slap-boxed. Out-slap-boxed by Tyson Fury. So let's stop that. Who should really know? Klitschko. Hold on, come on back. Klitschko versus Fury being a no contest is one of the consequences to Joshua and Fury's PED issue is for the Hammer fight, not the Klitschko fight. Well, look, I'm tell you. Klitschko had his rematch. He never got his rematch. Tyson Fury later on tested positive. But see, the problem is by the time they tested him, they didn't tell him for a long period of time, which was shady as fuck. Okay? It was shady as shit. So we don't know if he was taking that before or after. We don't know. Right? There's no way of knowing at this point. But no, he needed that shit against Klitschko, if that was the case. Or the pressure on fighting and doing that again, fighting Klitschko, if he did it fair and square, the pressure of that is for him. That's why he had to get high, right? Possibly get on Nandrolone. Maybe he start taking it after. It don't matter because he was still in his system, right? So how do we prove that it was actually before or after Klitschko? Even if it was after Klitschko, he needed it because he knew that he was going into a rematch. He did the cocaine because he was nervous and shit, partying with the rest of these motherfuckers. And he did the Nandrolone because he thought it was going to give him an edge in the rematch against Klitschko. Yeah, I mean, but Tyson Fury and Fury, they probably was, I don't know, just speculation. If they were juicing, okay. What did it do any of them? Stephen White, comeback Klitschko. Oh, I love Klitschko to come back in a year. And he's what? How old is he? 43, so he might turn 44 this year, then 45. But he'd have to be damn near close to 46 because George Foreman was 45 years old, 8 months. So he was 4 more months before he was going to turn 46. He's still, to this day, the oldest heavyweight known. The oldest heavyweight champion known. You know. Bernard Hopkins broke that record. I think he was 48 when he got the last championship. Abuola, I'm great. I'm just chilling at home, having me a drink, might barbecue later, maybe. Well, we don't know James Davis. We don't know because we don't know what type of condition that Klitschko's in. I know Klitschko has thin skin. He has that Arturo Gotti skin, but I think he has a lot to offer because this guy is physical. He's a gym rat. He's the dude that you're going to see in the gym. Okay? If he ain't training, he's teaching. He's doing something. You know? Don for life. South Wales in here. Counter punch to you. Come back George Foreman. Hell no. He better stick with his grill. He too old. Kurt, do you think Wilder not showing up after the fight changed his cover picture a bit, including all his excuse? Well, he should have showed up at that press conference. That was disappointing. You know what I mean? Now imagine Joshua. Joshua got his ass beat in New York City, people. Right? Imagine if AJ would have done that shit. If he'd have pulled at Adrian Broner just... Motherfucker elude to the dressing room. Right? No, if he would have done that, they would have looked at Joshua with the biggest pussy. You're all muscles and shit talk. You know what I mean? So, Wilder, I couldn't do that. I had to go to the hospital. No, he didn't want to face the fucking music. He didn't want to face that music. That's okay, though, you know? That just shows you the heart of somebody. He came back, 2 weeks later? I will fight to the death. We are strong. Your king is here. I will fight to the death. Me said that shit almost fucking... Man, that shit was crazy as hell. But, hey, it is what it is. You know? Your king is here. We will rise again. I am strong. Yeah, so was Michael Grant, buddy, when Lennox Lewis tapped that ass. But yeah, it was funny. I mean, he was doing this speech, and you could tell he was working on it for a while, and he wanted Wilder. He's one of those. He should really focus on his acting. And when I mean acting, I mean really kind of like WWE, like wrestling style. Theater is good for Wilder. I think theater would be good for him. You know, because he looks like, you know, he's a theater actor is more projecting. They project outwards because they're on a platform. They're on an actual platform. You know, they're on stage, so they have to project their performance and their voice outward to the audience. That's more like Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? You know, so it's one of those things with Wilder. Funny how. K. Slays. Funny how. How am I funny? Otto Weiling, a really good fighter, man. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Wilder calling himself a king like Trump calling himself immoral. Yeah. You're saying Wilder should do pantomime? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, he should be a fucking a theater actor. You know, do some Othello or some shit like that, you know? We need Deontay before we retire. Your king is here. Nah, Vic, he's not punch drunk. He hasn't been hit that many times to be punch drunk like that. I don't think, because he hasn't been in real hard fights. His hardest fight was Ortiz won, and then even the second fight he was losing every fucking round. Ortiz, he needed to learn head movement. If he, we wouldn't even had that fight. But it is what it is. Othello, yeah, Othello. Deontay will hate for this coverage. What do I think about Arthur Spilka? He's done. He's done. Absolutely, he is done. I will fight to the death. Oh man, that's a good fight. Felix Trinidad and Alvarez. I'm not sure, man. I would go with Alvarez inside, but Trinidad's one of those guys, you can't count him out, and I would love to see that would definitely be a fight to make. Usyk Chisora, I talked about that yesterday on my live stream, Yeah, Donald Witten. Everybody knows it. I'm the king. A king don't chase a peasants. A king chase kings. Wilder doesn't fear Foreman. He needs to face reality. Kurt, how much time do you think Wilder has left at the top? Timothy Thomas, he's not at the top. How long? The question is, how long does Wilder have left to fight? How could he say he will rise again when he's still claiming he never fell? That's true. You have to admit that if you are a person that say I will rise again, that means you had to fall, right? But that's just ego, people. It's just ego. No, Antonio Matthews, I don't think his age is a factor right now. Because you got to remember, he fought a bunch of nobodies. He didn't train. So there's no real wear and tear in this guy. Right? He could do so much more if he actually had boxing skills, or if he actually practiced boxing skills and techniques. But I don't think, his corner I don't think they make him do that. I know Mark Breland knows what he's doing, but I'm skeptical about JD. I don't know if he's actually a dude that's even qualified to train Deontay Wilder. If that was the case, Deontay Wilder wouldn't be looking at fucking Joe Goosen. Okay? He wouldn't be looking at other trainers whatsoever. Do you think that this few months till the third fight can change Wilder and training, help him get his belts back? Well, Andreas, I think in time, I feel that he will be, Deontay Wilder could be overlooked, and Fury could get hit with a right hand like that and could actually put him down or whatnot. The harder they come, the harder they fall. That's true. Still got that one punch. Hell yeah, big Murky, big Burke G. Still love Fury though. Kurt, Wilder is number one WBC contender. Dubois and Triple G. Joyce improved positions without fighting. Yeah, I heard that this morning, and then I'll do something on it. I gotta research it though, see what's up. But it's still shady. Still the same shady. But anyway, guys, I think Tyson Fury was gonna get it anyway, which he got it. I think it doesn't really matter if he did bribe the farmer. I think the farmer was dumb enough to take money or take a bribe without the fucking money to even do what people wanted him to do or people paying him to do, and they ain't paid him yet. That was dumb on the farmer. So you got to question his credibility for intelligence, also with integrity, because we don't really know if this actually happened. And if it did happen, okay, that shows we can't trust you, because the only reason you're coming to us about something that you lied about is because you didn't get hired. or you didn't get paid. That's it. So Tyson Fury's back on the scene. If he didn't get pinched today, none of this will matter. Now, if he did come up tested positive, then that could be, that could always resurface. But nothing happened lately, so I don't see what the deal is. That's my counterpunch on that. You guys, everybody on the chat, it's been cool. It's been real. I'm going to get something to eat. You guys, of course, leave your comments below this video. Again, thank you again for joining me on the chat. I will be back for another live chat tomorrow. Of course, please subscribe. And everyone has been counterpunched. Big Merc G, Antonio, the Straight G, Turo, Freddie Pierce, Stephen White. Everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.